Hello, welcome back to the Beastlands. I'm Castle, and this is my stupid face. Thanks for coming back and hanging out with us once again as we journey deeper into the forgotten lands known as Melloland. We're going to do a quick recap, but I'd like you to know that we're currently holding a contest. It is an art contest. Any kind of fantasy art is welcome. We don't currently have that many applicants, meaning it's going to be really easy for you to win. So drop us an email with your application to callofthebeastlands at google.com. Without further ado, here's our show.
I have symbols of Thor and Odin branding. I suppose I wouldn't have it branding my plate mail anymore. However, on my shield and on a couple of other pieces of equipment. If you're looking for specific logos or something.
I would say I have the cantrip message, and I would just message the most reliable looking person that I can see down there.
You're in trouble.
Negative. You, as the caster of the spell, know that no spells can be cast inside or outside of the rope trick. So right in the description.
I would pop my head out and still message, I don't know, the raccoon, because chubby little furry animals
Just
are
your
adorable.
beak. Give me a stealth check.
Me?
Yeah, with advantage. Making this more difficult than necessary, but I think it's worth it. Cool. Anyone who has a passive perception above 14 sees it. But go ahead and cast your message.
Who are you? What do you want?
Are you
here?
You cast that to who? Celeste?
I thought he was casting it to Dirk.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh, for sure.
Wait.
Okay.
Dirk, are you still wearing that crown? Who is wearing the crown?
Girdle.
this is not telepathy. They actually hear an audible whisper in their ear that they can reply to.
Oh, look, there's a beak in the sky.
Right.
So I obviously received this message, yes?
Yes.
Okay.
Just like a little whisper.
I look up and I go, the voice in the sky? It's real?
You look up and then you see a beak and like a couple of feathers just floating.
No, there's full head
Oh,
out.
full head? Okay. Yeah. An owl head. Floating upside down.
Is this what Dirtle sees? Are you the voice in the sky?
Well, there's something you don't see every day.
I'm going to turn my head around because I can and say, sure. Are you here to help?
Help what?
Help who? What's going on?
We're not gonna hurt you if that's what you mean, because you don't intend to harm us.
Yeah, we're pacifists, guy. Don't you see all this blood on our weapons? It's non-pacifist blood.
I look at them like they're crazy, and then I look back up at the owl and slowly start taking out one of my arrows.
Just a quick question. And then I'm going to say it in Draconic. How do you feel about not killing me? Any reaction?
Understands Draconic.
Sad.
What?
Sad.
You say that in Draconic?
No. Sad. I'm not saying that. I'm saying sad and draconic.
Oh,
He's saying sad and
Ethan, for some reason, when you're unmuted, you're producing a echo. I know because it's warped like a robot.
Not gonna lie, you kind of sound like Optimus Prime through the.
Yeah.
Hold on. Do you hear us in that same warped tone that we hear you in?
Not as prominently.
No.
I'm getting Castle and you with that warp effect.
Weird.
I am too. It's like Josh has a robot behind him.
Yeah.
Or maybe he's a dummy being controlled by a god in the background.
Oh my God, they're on to me. On to the next phase.
don't look at the man behind the curtain.
It's like he's using the bootleg voice modifier.
Don't give away my secrets.
All right. Well, since sad is not a joyable emotion, I'm going to take this as a positive sign. They do not feel joy by killing me, and I'm going to go ahead and drop the rope down and say, there's a little bit left on this. Come on in and warm up.
As just a rope descends from nowhere.
I want to do an insight.
Okay.
I mean, he's genuinely just come on up.
Yep, he seems pretty genuine. That'd have been great if you got in that one. Like, he's hiding something.
He's totally suspicious. We should totally not do this.
He has a
Okay.
bomb!
He's going to sell us knockoff.
Well, Dirk just glances at him, goes, yeah, he looks honest enough, and just goes.
Yeah. Do you even bother climbing the rope, or do you just fly?
I fly.
Cool.
I
We're
have used that
actually-
at every opportunity.
I bet you do. Yeah. You emerge into a extra dimensional space. Let's see. 3 foot by 5 foot. What?
No, that's if they're looking out, they can see in a 3 by 5 foot square. The
right.
extra
Yeah, it can
dimensional
fit up
space
to
is
8
bigger.
medium.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. So yeah, it's kind of a smaller chamber, but it could fit your whole party.
Yeah, like a little tea room.
It's a little cramped.
I mean, you're actually 2 of you are small, so there would be plenty of room. Dogs are going nuts.
Put my arrow back in the
There's
quiver.
no reason that safety cannot be comfortable.
Yep. So it's worth noting that this owl folk is bereft of any kind of gear. You can tell he's people, obviously, but he's not even like wearing clothes.
You like hungry?
How about you
Right.
tell us what your name is first?
Why are you naked?
I don't even know where I am right now. So there are a lot of questions I would love if we could find the answers together.
Well, tell us what your name is first.
Naked.
My name is Gizzard. I'm a wizard. And I guess that's why I'm here. But there's a lot of other questions I have. But first, I want to live.
Yeah, you are ravenously hungry too. They weren't feeding you very well.
You can have some of my rations.
I'll give him 5 pounds of owlbear meat.
I drink oil.
right.
My
Yeah,
name-
they gift you some food and you tear into it.
My name is Ascites. I'm a rogue. I'm very good at what I do. Very stealthy. Well, y'all gonna introduce yourself or just sit there looking like a bunch of idiots?
No, I figured we'd just stare at you for a moment. But
Okay.
hi, I'm Dirk. I'm the most beautiful one in the group. Everything I do is amazing.
You are absolutely
Lovely.
adorable, yes.
I'm pretty much the mascot.
He's a loony.
Hey, kids love cute things. Think of the merchandising opportunities.
Right, right.
Very few words. Todier is a 6 foot or so, maybe a little bit less, mantis folk with deadly looking forearm blades.
He punches things a lot.
He slices,
slices
dices,
stuff
mixes,
with-
fixes. Makes french fries, shoestring, or pickle cut.
This may seem rude, but I've just kind of always wondered with insectoids. Do you see out of every single eye individually, or is it just kind of like the clumped up image?
Do you see out of each of your eyes individually? It's more just a 360 view of myself at all times.
You has no eyes.
You does have eyes.
You does not.
Who has glowing eyes? Remember?
He has
Biomechanical
optical
eyes
reflexes.
are not eyes. Yes, the cat
Oh
is
my
right.
god. You are the first one, or the last one I would expect to hear that. Does that mean that your heart is not a heart? Your hands are not hands?
You is not you. Ha ha ha!
Correct.
All right. At some point, if you're going to have that kind of a stand, you're going to have some sort of like a mental break. Or like what, a midlife crisis, I guess? Existential crisis. That's the one.
We were not built for philosophy.
You were not built for many things.
Correct. I am you, Gizzard Wizard, found in Blizzard.
Just
Well
don't
said.
let you know- just
Gee,
don't let-
wizard.
don't-
You're an
don't-
automaton, not a sheep.
No, this is something you've seen automatons. Your people sometimes create simple automatons to defend them or accomplish simple tasks, but none of them have ever carried a conversation. And he looks infinitely more complex, much more like a person than a machine.
Just don't let you mow your yard.
What is mowing?
Well, if
Never
you're a you, I guess it would be more of like a hearty meal. Can you eat?
Can you eat?
No,
You drinks oil?
that's. I mean, it's not something that is necessary. Actually, I thought you were doing that for creative release. You don't have to eat or drink. You don't have to sleep. You can recover and heal through shutting yourself down into low power mode, and even then, you're still fully conscious and aware.
It makes me feel human if I eat and drink like a human.
Yeah.
Food hurts my gears. Oil does not.
Fair.
But he really likes the Twinkies.
Yeah, Twinkies. Insert fantasy pun. I have no idea.
You has
A
no
delicious
idea.
log of sponge cake.
What is this twerky?
It was a delicious, baked good, yellow and spongy.
Who's twerking?
I didn't say twerky.
I'm
Twerkies.
pretty sure that they're made when a unicorn poops.
That's wonky.
That's what I heard.
I thought that was marshmallow.
Nah, it's just a little extra efficient manure when that happens.
Can we
Some people
roll
say cheese.
a history check for this?
For Twinkies?
Twinkies.
Quirkies or wonkies.
Wouldn't that be nature though?
Go ahead.
Places I never thought a D&D session would go.
Do we know what Twinkies are? This must be answered in the Beastlands.
We'll see how this check goes. No, unfortunately, it seems like cuisine has been left out of your basic programming and has also not been part of your experience base as well. You've never heard of this strange twonky.
Tell me more of this twonky talk.
We don't need any of the honky twonk.
Well, are we going to go after the rest of these guys or what?
Oh yeah, about that time, all of you are unceremoniously dumped onto the ground as his spell fades. Those of you that can fly can, avoid embarrassment, I guess.
Wow, that was close.
I mean, I'm already free in the wind anyway.
Yeah, Saites goes sprawling, probably catches himself. He's a catfolk. Toady is a monk. He likely lands on his feet as well.
Yeah.
And, let's see, Lesk? Well, Lesk, give me a dexterity saving throw. Even Lesk manages to land on a softish pile of snow.
And you leaves a small crater the size of a big van.
You would think, but he seems to be made of something that reacts as if it were not wood and stone and metal. He was created for the sole purpose of assassination, and his form reflects that.
I'm made of miracles.
Can I pick you up? I just want to see if I can.
How much do you weigh?
Right?
How much does a fucking Warforged weigh? No idea.
Don't know.
Just out of character, how tall is everyone?
How tall is a what?
How tall is everyone?
I'm 3'5".
300 pounds.
5'6".
Right. Thank God it always dies.
I'm 6 feet tall. 300 pounds.
Yeah, that sounds about right. This is weight in pounds, 270 plus 4 times your size modifier. So, yeah, that sounds about right.
I forget how tall I said I was back at the beginning of this. I think it was like 5'11". No, 5'7". Haha.
Yeah. You're like, a little bit bigger than Bruce Lee. Twice as deadly.
Dirk is like 1.5 feet.
I'm 3'3".
Taller.
7'4".
Yeah, I could ride you.
He's a big bird. He's a brown, like barn owl in heritage. So he has hands as a part of his wings. They're feathered. And he's pretty big.
Kind of like a small owlbear.
Indeed.
Fair apt description, yeah.
Are we
So
sure?
what are we?
Little chubby. No problems with
Are we
that.
sure this isn't Simon?
So what are we going to do about the rest of these dragon people?
Well, there's only really one thing to do.
Burn.
That maybe two things. One more preferable than the other.
I didn't say kill them. Burn them. I still need answers. Pain gets truth.
I feel like you and Ascites are going to be fast friends.
Other than that,
Sound like a bad
Gizzard.
poet.
Yeah. Gizzard, you are increasingly aware that your treasured tome, your very special spell book, is still in their clutches somewhere, along with your clothes and your traveling gear and anything important you had on your person.
I'd also like to not be naked anymore.
If you want to wear their clothes, you can.
I have my.
I don't think anyone's clothes would fit me.
Yeah, I don't think.
Do you
so
have a
either.
blanket or something?
They're dragon kind. They're tall.
Yeah, they're not the bodies aren't nearby, but if you're talking about hunting down more of them.
I have my old piece of chainmail. Might be a tad bit cumbersome for now.
You don't want that.
I don't really do armor.
Well, yeah.
Give him the
It kind
wyvern
of
wings.
messes me up a bit.
Give him the wyvern wings. Let him cover up with that.
Okay, I give him the wyvern wings.
I suppose I have vestments, and an extra pair of common clothes.
You have vestments. That's like a cleric robe, like a formal robe. He would be able to fit into that.
Yeah.
The wings might be a little tight around the shoulders, but
Try not to tear it.
I can fix it if I do.
all right, very well. So the idea is to now storm the fort. You can feel free to come up with a plan. We're gonna go ahead and take our first break. I'm eager to hear how this is gonna go. All right, so we were talking about storming a castle, or I should say, shabby tower.
Well, if we were going to storm the castle, you're going to have a lot of visitors in just a very few minutes.
Well, you better book your flight.
We're not already there.
Oh,
Wouldn't that be scary if we just showed up on your front door?
I would be excited. Shit, we go out to dinner.
That's been known to happen before. I have done things like that before.
Did you bring snacks?
Fuck that. We're going to IHOP. Ain't no Waffle House over here, so.
Do they serve Twinkies? All right. About how many of these dragon folk did you see in there? What's your name again? Grizzled, Snow Beast?
Gizzard.
Gizzard. Okay. I like to burn things too.
Well, about how many did you see, Gizzard?
I didn't really see anyone. I was mostly blindfolded, gagged, and tied up the entire time. But how many would I have been able to distinguish from just listening?
Well, you're not sure from that, but you did see 15 or so on your way out, on your mad dash to freedom.
So about 15 or so of them as I was running away. Now that I've had a little bit of time to think, I feel bad for leaving those two other people there, but hey, it's not my fault.
Rescue them
I
too.
just didn't kill them outright.
We could rescue them too.
I say we lay traps.
I've got an idea. Traps. No, I've got an idea. Me and you will go around the outer perimeter and take out anybody we find. We seem to work together as a pair. Very deadly. And once we get the outer perimeter clear, then you all come in and storm the middle, and we'll come down through the top. So you all hit them on the ground floor, and we'll come down through the hatch in the roof, and we'll clear out the upper levels and make our way down to you. We'll just meet up in the middle.
Okay, which you meant like him, and who were you referring to?
You.
Yes, that was in character.
Not me and the owl boy, me and you.
Okay. Well, on that note, Ascites and you go off separate from the party. Is there supposed to be some sort of signal
Don't you have message?
If you guys can get to the roof and raise a lantern and go from the top, we can start from the bottom and meet in the middle.
Well, we're kind of out of torches, man.
I can growl really loud.
There were some lanterns up there.
Oh.
I've got an idea. How about I throw the lantern over the wall? And when it hits the ground and you see the fire, that'll be your cue to go in the door. We'll hit him from above and below.
Just don't throw it in front of the door.
Duh. What kind of rogue do you think I am?
The setting fire on type of rogue.
You want to set a lot of things on fire, my friend.
I don't set myself on fire.
You should try it sometime. It's kind of entertaining.
This is a very messed up group.
Well, you're not exactly the Mighty Nine, that's for sure.
9.
Okay, how about
Yes,
this?
because they were the most well put together people that there was.
Well,
I'll get you to throw the lantern on one of the buildings to the side, and once it bursts into flames, then you go through the door.
cool. That sounds like a plan I can get behind.
I can be kind of stealthy if need be, and I can communicate with others if you would like me to come along with you and you.
Well, how stealthy are you?
I mean, he can fly.
Well, that doesn't mean stealth.
I am an owl.
I've heard that owls have the softest of wing beats.
And I'm also a bobcat. And I could stand right beside you and you wouldn't know I was there.
I'm a bug.
Yes, we are quite
confused what
fluffy
you're
and warm.
talking about.
What does race have to do with this?
Is you even awake? Did you fall asleep?
No.
Which question?
You has no idea who's you talking about. Too many yous.
Whose fault is that?
Okay, do you want to take Owlboy with us?
How sneaky are you?
I'm actually quite fairly sneaky.
He proclaims stealth.
I have advantage on stealth checks.
So here's the good news. You, well, not you. Damn it, I need to change your nickname on here. Gizzard could actually carry ascites in flight as long as you're not carrying any other gear.
I'm not carrying any other gear right now.
Correct. So you can actually fly with him in your talons. But you not so much.
First he flies a wyvern and now an owl.
I'm
I
through
mean-
riding flying things.
Well, you wouldn't be riding me. I'd be kind of carrying you.
No, you'd be carrying me.
I see what you did there.
What a confusing.
I don't think I could carry that.
Anyway,
I could ride on your back.
I haven't even let a woman do that.
piggyback riding. All right, guys, give me a stealth check. Sounds like they just want to travel on foot. If you're flying, then yes. Correct. I believe your racial advantage comes from flight.
24.
Okay, 24, 20, and you? Oh, yeah, you.
My internet has seemed to shut off. Hold on.
What's the internet? Cobwebs in your brain, Tin Man?
No, that one's excusable. Let's see. If you would like, I can roll this one while you figure it out.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
shit.
terrible.
Wow.
Does he sound like a popcorn
Practice in those
machine?
growls.
It's like finding out he weighs 300 pounds affected him.
I just all of a sudden, like, wait, how much? Would you follow that up for me, please? So, the party splits up, each making their way towards the tower. The stealth group approaches it from behind and starts the climb up, being as quiet as possible. However, you finds a loose stone, which is not that hard considering the cobbled nature of the building. And it pulls out with a loud noise and crashes into the ground. And everyone's like, fuck. I hope they didn't hear that. And then 3 dragon-ish faces peer over the edge down at you. And you're still down a good 10 feet. And they're like, they're here! They're attacking! The 3 of you, please give me initiative. Or, well, one of the 3 of you give me a d20.
17.
How did you get a decibel?
He has his dexterity factored in. It's a tiebreaker thing. But just roll me a d20. One of you. Spoiler, I got a 15. All right, so. What?
I still like my initial roll. My D20 was 14.
Yep. So, let's see. What are these motherfuckers going to do to you guys? Yeah, they're like, let them have it! And they lean down and breathe beams of energy at the 3 of you. Each of you give me a dexterity saving throw. Let's see, you're clinging to the side of a building. I'm going to go ahead and say with disadvantage. 15, okay. Gizzard. Okay. You okay. So both of the rogues managed to dodge completely out of the way of the beams, leaping sideways on the vertical wall and grabbing onto different sections of it. However, the unlucky bird catches a bolt of energy to his chest. Let's see here. That's going to be 10 points of force damage. And give me a strength saving throw. As your wind is knocked out of you, let's see if you can hold on to the side of the building. You do. Barely. Yeah, 10 points. The party may now react.
How far am I from the top?
10 feet. Which means it's about a 30-foot drop.
Yeah, I go on up, and the closest one to me I attack with the short sword.
Very well. They're kind of bunched up into a trio right over the edge where you guys were. Go ahead and give me an attack. Let's see, 15. That's going to hit for 7 piercing damage. Now, as a matter of semantics, climbing normally takes twice as much movement speed. Ascites has athlete defeat, which does not make it take twice as much movement speed. But you does not. So you're actually going to have to expend 20 feet of movement speed to get up there. Shouldn't impact anything. If you want to target the same person that Ascites did, though, you would get advantage and thereby sneak attack.
I'll do that.
Okay. So we'll go ahead and apply Ascites' sneak attack as well. Like you both scramble up and stab at the same guy, roughly the same amount of time. 17 from Ascites, and go ahead and give me your attack. That's going to hit for 11 piercing, and go ahead and roll me your sneak attack damage. Let me see if I can toggle your sneak attack damage. Yeah, it's right here, 46. Go ahead and just leave that on. 18. That's incredible. Good amount of sneak attack damage. 29 points of damage with a... Cool. So between the two of you, you managed to completely kill one of the 3 dragonborn. Startling the other 2, they reach for their weapons. Gizzard, you're the only one left. What would you like to do?
Can I let go of the wall and fly up?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna let go of the wall, fly up, and I'm actually gonna be about 10 feet away from one of them, and then I'm going to cast Vampiric Touch.
Well, Vampiric Touch is a touch spell.
It lasts for up to a minute.
Correct. The temporary hit points that you get from Vampiric Touch. But what I'm saying is you have to be in melee to use it. It's a touch attack.
Then I'll attack one of them with it then.
Okay, yeah, you go up in.
I'm trying to heal right here and do damage.
Okay, so go ahead and give me that attack. We're going to need to get you a token, sir. Oh, it looks like you got one. Nice. Oh, that's copyrighted, though. Still, you get your token. Anywho, you're a plus 7 to hit with your magic attacks. So just go ahead and roll me a d20 plus 7. There's a bar on the left side of the screen with a dice on it. And it'll bring up a little window with a bunch of D's. Okay, so plus 7 is 16. That is going to hit. Go ahead and give me damage for the Vampiric Touch. Which you could also just... Apparently it's on your weapons, because wizards are cool. You can just add weapons that are spells. You can just click the Vampiric Touch button. Yep. Which it will automatically roll the damage for it. So... I didn't see that roll. Was there lag? Oh, no, now I see it.
Oh.
Cool. Yeah, 14. Rolled that before you rolled the 9. I see.
Do you want me to reroll?
No, you're fine. We're going to call that one a hit because I just misunderstood what was going on. 14 necrotic, and you heal for the same amount? Not heal, but temporary hit points?
No, I think it's heal for half.
Yeah, but I was under the assumption that... Nice. Half the amount. Okay. So, you're going to heal for 7.
Follow us on all major social media, Discord, Twitch, and as always, thank you for joining us, and we hope to see you again next week.